O1 models are awesome. They are the best. Everybody loves it. All of that is nice. But will it be able to play chess? Will it defeat me? So in this video, I will ask the O1 preview model to build a chess game for me and play with. So it's gonna be interesting. So make sure you like this video and let's get started. So here I am at the chat LLM platform, which is made by Abacus AI. So in just $10 it provides you access to all the state of the art models and also the best image generation model. So if you want to try this out, make sure you check the referral link down in the description. So let's get started. So first what we'll be doing is that first we'll be generating a prompt. We'll have a conversation with the Sonnet 3.5, just discussing what should be in the chess game. So I have just wrote a prompt for the Claude Sonnet 3.5 model. I'm planning to make a chess game with the help of Python. I don't want to use any external files like images, audio or video. Everything has to be created from within or using the help of the libraries. So can you give me a detailed plan for it? So one of the benefits of this chat LLM is that you can start using different LLMs in the same chat. As you can see, for planning I am using the Sonnet, and for the code generation I will use the O1 model. So as you can see, the benefit of chat LLM is that for planning and having a discussion we can use the Sonnet 3.5 model, which is relatively cheap. And once we have developed the whole plan, we can then start using the O1 preview model for the coding purposes. So it is telling about game flow control, move execution, user interface and all of that. What we are doing over here is that, see, we can move the pieces in the chess with our cursor and everything, but the O1 models can't. So what we'll be doing is we'll be developing a system so that each of our move will be converted into these kinds of symbolic representations, which are often used in chess. So our move will be converted into these symbolic representations and we'll be sending this to O1 model, and it will respond us with its move in this format. Now we have to remember two things. First, what are the places that are already filled by a piece, and next, what are the places a particular piece can go. If we don't code correctly, what can happen is the pawn can't go sideways, but if we click it, if it goes, that means that the code is not working correctly. And also, if there is another piece in front of it, even in that case, that move should not be eligible. So we have to say that as well. So what I have did over here is I've told that, see, a piece can only move if both conditions satisfy. That is, it is a valid move, and second, it is not already filled that place. Only then those particular locations that are filtered out will be valid moves. So now it seems that I have mentioned all the necessary things that is needed for us to play the chess game, and now we'll be prompting the O1 preview model, and if we are missing something we'll be correcting that later. So we have made the prompt. The prompt is, now based on our discussion, build me the state of the art chess game using Python without any external files but using any library that you want, and it needs to look awesome. I want one single code. So let's send this and let's see what we get. So I don't have high hope when it comes to first try, because it is a pretty complex thing if you ask me, but we'll be retrying it few times and eventually I hope we'll be able to get a meaningful game. Okay, so we have the code. Let's copy it. First let's actually test if it's actually working or not. After that we'll see about the instructions to play and all of that. Okay, this looks pretty awesome, but we can see that we are not able to see the pieces. It is just rectangle, so we'll just instruct the model. So I prompted it, I am not able to see pieces, use SVG or anything to make it look awesome, and also give me the updated code. And I have also told it to use dotted lines to show the possible moves that a piece can go, as we see in these normal chess games. So let's see. Okay guys, so we have got the updated code. Let's try it. So we surely don't see dotted lines over here, and as you guys can see, it is saying your conversation is getting long, we recommend starting a new chat for better quality responses. So what I usually do is I start a new chat, because as the context length goes on increasing, the performance of the model drops significantly. So we'll be pasting the code, complete code over here, and we'll say I'm not able to. So currently I try to focus on just one thing, that is I am not able to see the dotted blue lines, please fix and give me the updated. So once we have corrected that, then we'll move on to other problem. Most probably I think we might have to use external PNG images. So here the model is saying that we can't directly mention these dotted lines, but it has used some other way to mention. Let's try this out. So the code is not formatted correct, so this happens quite some time. So what we'll do is we'll just regenerate. Okay, so we are still facing errors. Let's run it and let's see what is the issue. Let's copy this issue and paste over here. Please fix this and give me the updated code. Okay, so now we have got the corrected code. Let's run it and let's see. Okay, now it is shading the places that we can move the pieces. I think this is still better than having nothing, so it is doing a pretty good job. But we'll just do one thing, we'll switch the model to something else, maybe Sonnet, and we'll just mention that I don't like the high colors that. So I mentioned that I don't like the colors, so I want to switch the color. So we don't need the O1 model for it. So what I did is I have selected the Sonnet 3.5 model. So now you can see it says that mention this color at the top where other colors are mentioned. You can see all these colors are mentioned. We'll mention highlight blue as well, and we have to replace this function. So let's copy and look for this function def draw board. Let's paste this. Okay, so now let's have a try. Okay, now you can see it's clearly visible. The positions are clearly visible, but I think we can do even better. I'll mention that to fill it with shade of blue. So now I mentioned that instead of just outlining the particular places, give it a shade of blue. So now it is telling us to mention highlight blue with a level of transparency. So we'll mention highlight blue with transparency and then use this updated function def draw board. Let's move it down. Yeah, this is the one. Now let's try. Awesome. So now it is absolutely clear which positions a particular piece can go. Nice. Now what we are concerned with is we have to have images for these. So creating SVG images is kind of difficult, I guess. So what we'll do is we'll just download PNG files or vector files, or I think the best thing will be to ask the model. So I will download so I just asked it that which kind of vector graphics should I prefer so that it is easy for you. So now I have asked it to give me the updated code where it actually mentions each piece by its SVG file name, and I have told it to give a list of which name you have given and to which piece you have given this name. Okay guys, so I think I have pasted all the SVG files and I've also renamed them. So the moment of truth. Let's run the game. Okay, that didn't work out. Let's see what's the error. So I just gave the error to the o1 preview model, and it says that since it's Mac OS, so I have to use homebrew to install the particular files required. So let's do that. And if you're wondering all of these are too complicated and all of that, it's actually very easy. I'm not a professional developer or something, and all of these are like in a matter of half an hour you will be thorough with all of these things. Okay guys, so I installed the particular library. So let's have a try. Look at that. It looks pretty awesome. So let me get rid of all of these. Okay, it looks absolutely awesome. All the positions are right. That's pretty nice. So now we have to check if it is translating the moves correctly. So we'll just move it slightly ahead. So it automatically plays the move. I think we have an AI at play. So let's see. So I just played a bit to just check if checkmate is working. So let's do the final move. And so the checkmate didn't work. We'll have to mention that in the code. So let's head back to the code and we'll start a new chat and we'll mention the corrections. So I mentioned both of the errors, that is the AI is automatically playing and also checkmate is not functioning. So let's run it and check if everything's working right. Yeah, let's move this, and yeah, we see the white move e2 to e3. Let's check e2 to e3. Yeah, it's right. Now let's for example move this knight to f6, and so g8 to f6. It is working right. So now it's time to have a match with the o1 model. Will the o1 model be able to actually play the game and defeat me? If you ask me, I think it is highly unlikely. So let's rerun the code. We are ready now. So I already prepared a prompt for this. So this explains all the instructions of the game and everything. And at the end I have to enter my first move. So let's take our first move, the simple one, e2 to e4. We have this. We'll copy it and we'll paste it over here. Let's see if the o1 preview model actually is able to play. And the problem with these models is that they are not very good at spatial reasoning. Many AI researchers have told about this, that these models are not very good when it comes to spatial reasoning. So pc7 to c5. Let's see, pc7 to c5, this one. Okay, c7 to c5. Now let's move this a2 to a4. I'm intentionally playing very bad because I think if I'll have very intense moves, then it will not be able to cope up with that. So let's see. So ng8 to f6. Nice, move the knight. Now g8 to f6. Okay, it is nice. So far it is actually taking correct moves. So the previous time I played with GPT-4o, I mean the actual game, I had a friend with me. So at that time it was not able to even take correct decisions. It always mentioned very illogical moves and everything. But I think this time it's different, at least up until now. So n f6 e4, right? f6 to e4. Where is this? Okay, wow. It's actually making a move over here from f6 to e4. That is very nice. I actually didn't expect this. Nice. So what we'll do is, let's do one thing. We'll bring this rook directly in front of the knight, and it should have a usual reaction to move away, right? So if it even registers that or not, let's see. It should move the knight, in my opinion, if it actually understands the board and is making a world model. Surely it's taking some time to think. So yeah, it moved the knight. Very nice. So n e4 to d6. So is this the exact one? Yeah, n e4 to d6. That is pretty amazing. It is having a world model in its context. Absolutely amazing. So I think now we can have a casual gaming experience. I'll move knight to here. So white move nb1a3. Let's see. I'm absolutely amazed by the fact that it is not making any wrong moves and is actually understanding the positions of all these chess pieces. So it is nd6 to f5, right? d6 to f5. So where is f5? Okay, here. Nice. Okay, I think it is actually trying to make a move over my rook. So I'll keep it over there to actually see if it's actually doing that or not, or it's just a random move. Let's see. So I'll most probably move my knight to b5. I mean, I absolutely didn't expect this. Okay, so I think I have completed my compute points. So this is one of the features that if you complete 50% of your compute that you have got in a month, then it will stop you from using this model. So actually we did extensive coding and back and forth a lot of time, and every time the o1 preview model uses a lot of tokens, so it is pretty obvious that we would run out of these. So what we'll do is we'll directly use the o1 model over here. Surely I can't have many messages because here we have restrictions and everything. So let's do one thing. We'll send this message over here. So it's saying p a7 to a6. So a7 to a6. Oh my god, we made a wrong move. Let's do one thing. Let's edit the prompt and mention this move over here. So let's copy this. Sorry guys, my bad. So I'll just copy this and mention it over here, and I will also mention my move. I think I'll take this move. So this is what p a4 a5. So let's copy this. We'll mention it in the same way. I think that will nullify the error that I caused. So okay, now let's send. Okay, so the next move is n f5 e3. So let's do that. Knight f5 to e3. Okay, so now it's going for my rook. That is a very impressive move. Nice. Let's do one thing. Let's kill this knight. Let's send this. So it says knight b8 to c6. Knight b8 to c6. There is no knight at b8. Okay, so it forgot that it already had moved the knight. So this you can see is the error. So I think by now this model was very capable at playing the chess game, compared to GPT-4o or even the legacy GPT-4, which absolutely didn't understand. And I think the error rates are very minimum, and it's actually able to make a move. So this is pretty impressive. Let's ask some things to it. Let's ask it how many rooks are alive the white, and how many knights are alive of the black. So let's see if it remembers that the rook of the white has gone and knight for the black has gone. Okay, so white has one rook alive and black has one knight alive. Absolutely awesome. That is nice. So as you guys saw, this is able to make right decisions, and occasionally it makes some wrong decisions, but I think it is actually capable to play. So hopefully if the API prices go down, then I will try to automate this for the future, and may upload a live stream. And that is something I am seeking to do, having a battle between powerful LLMs. And I think chess is a very good game where you can compare its strategic and reasoning skills. So did you like this video? If you did, make sure you subscribe for more such AI videos. Thank you guys for watching.